Welcome to Sports Pantheon. This is Pa'a. Let's jump into our first topic. Okay, so finals are here. We got Indiana Pacers versus the OKC Thunder. I don't think anyone really expected the Pacers to be here, but OKC are really good. So it's probably not a shocker. I think I'm hoping it's gonna be an interesting series. So I like to swim upstream. So there's a lot of people going for the Thunder. So naturally, I'm gonna go for the underdog. I like a good underdog story. I got the Pacers in 7, and it's 7 because I do think OKC is the better team. So they're gonna have their work cut out for them, and I really hope they don't get blown out. I really hope it's a series. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough. The Thunder are really good. Their defense is insane. And yeah. So I thought we could go over this article because I thought it was really interesting. So this is from Sportico talking about how playoff games are different than the regular season. And it kind of gives 5 statistics as to why. So this first part is the pace slows. So in 2024, teams are on average having 98.5 possessions per game, but in the playoffs, it's 92.6. And then you look here, 17 of the past 20 finals have been played at even slower. So I find this really interesting because I think it could benefit both sides. We'll see how it plays out. Because initially, my first reaction was that that's really going to help the Thunder, right? Because the Pacers are kind of known for that fast break offense. But I also think that that helps the Thunder because if you watch their defense, I mean they just fluster. Like people get so flustered against this defense. Like they run a small lineup. Yeah, you have Hartenstein and Holmgren for sure, but they have a lot of smaller wings out there, Shea, Caruso. But if you look at the data, I'm pretty sure they allow some of the lowest points in the paint in the NBA. So, I mean, their defense is locked down, and I think they rely a little bit on kind of that faster pace. I mean, that's one of the reasons you call a timeout, right? In basketball, like it's to kind of shift the momentum or stop the pace or kind of get a reset. And so I don't know. I don't know. I'm really interested to see how the pace affects both sides because I could initially I really thought that OKC was going to benefit from it the most and the Pacers would struggle, but I don't know. I think Halliburton's ability to kind of control the offense and not get flustered is one of the reasons they're here in the finals. So I don't know. We'll see. So on to point 2, we have teams shoot more threes. So stingier defense makes it more difficult for teams to generate open shots close to the basket. I'm pretty sure OKC allowed I think they were one of the top teams to allow the fewest points in the paint. And so that's already going to be difficult for the Pacers. And basically, I mean, it's going to come down. It's going to come down to if Halliburton can find that open shooter because OKC they like to swarm, they like to blitz the ball late. They're really effective at like jumping the passing lanes, making recoveries, closing out on guys. But on paper, right, like if you're double teaming or blitzing or you're rotating, somebody's open. And so if you watch clips of them, you can see that. You can see teams that pass the ball really well. They can find an open guy and they can get a shot. It's contested most of the time because the Thunder are that good. But you can see the cracks. You can see the cracks. And so Indiana, they got, as Bruce Lee says, they got to be like water. They got to find those cracks. They got to make it happen. It's an uphill battle for sure. So teams make fewer threes. Well, if we look at it, we have sort by 3% three-pointers made. Yeah, I mean, Indiana's shooting 40% from 3 in the playoffs and Oklahoma 33%. So according to Sportico, that's going to really help the Pacers. Okay, so on to the next one, more isolation offense. So you have robust defenses, shut down plays, and so you got to go to your best guy a lot of the time. And I mean, Shea might have a field day. Like I don't know. I mean, that's another thing to think about is the officiating. Like, what's that going to look like? Oh, well, yeah. If you scroll down to 5, there's more fouls. The notion that the refs let them play in the playoffs hasn't historically been true. The percentage of 2-point shots that yield free throws was higher in the postseason than the regular season in 19 of the first 22 years this century. So, yeah, I mean, there's going to be some more physicality, but you wouldn't think that. You wouldn't think that the refs let them play when SGA is on the floor, but we'll see. It's going to be interesting. But no, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for the finals. I'm kind of starting to get back into basketball because before I didn't find it that exciting when one team is just stacked. But yeah, we have a really good video on that, how the NBA became unpredictable again on our channel. You should check that out. I'll drop a link. But let's talk about this. So Paul George, thank you, Paul George. We should all be giving Paul George a pat on the back. He made this happen. So you have 2 trades, both with Paul George, built these teams. You have Oladipo, Sabonis for George. This was the Pacers. So the Pacers used those to get Halliburton. And then you have George to the Clippers for SGA, this guy, and first 5-round picks, which then led to, Holmgren and Jalen Williams and the like. It's kind of interesting. This guy's hair. He's got great hair. Okay, on to this one. Okay, so another point I want to make. So if you know, you know. I mean, look at this thing. Look at this picture. Look, this guy just knows. This guy has this look on his face. Okay, this is Dirk Nowitzki, 2011, considered by many, I don't know if it's most, but many, to be an incredible playoff run, like maybe one of the best. So 2011 Dallas Mavericks had a great run. I mean, it was the Blazers, and they had a pretty good team. But notably, you had the Lakers, right? You had Kobe Lakers. You had the stacked OKC team. And then, I mean, look at the Heat team. LeBron, younger LeBron. This isn't 40-year-old LeBron. Bosh, Wade. Wade's almost always in the conversation when you start comparing shooting guards. All this to say, if you know, you know. Like, who coached this team to victory? Put it down in the comment. I'll give you a chance to try and guess it in the comments. But it was Rick Carlisle. He's the head coach of the Pacers right now. So if there's anybody that can overcome, if there's anybody that could do it, it's going to be Rick Carlisle. I really hope he's cooking. Like, let him cook, let bro cook. And I hope he comes prepared. I hope he comes to the barbecue with all the utensils. Like, this man did not forget napkins. Like, I hope. Okay, moving on. Let's watch this clip.
OKC, Indiana. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm not that excited for these NBA finals. I joke that Colin is the elitist here on the show, but maybe it's me. Because, if I were the NBA, I would have changed its motto to give me super teams or give me death. Because that's what I like. I like superstars in the NBA finals, and we don't really have that. We don't have dynasties. We got debuts. And that just isn't as sexy as what we've had here in the last, quarter century. When the NBA had super teams, this century, it was at the height of its popularity. I mean, come on. You put LeBron, Kevin Love, and Kyrie in the finals? That's a lot of pop. That's juice.
Okay, this guy clearly doesn't know anything about basketball. Or he's never played basketball in his life. Who is this guy? He's a sales bro. Listen, if you've played basketball, like, you understand a little bit about the intricacies of the game. You don't know unless you know what it takes. Like, you're playing help side defense and someone makes a swing pass and you have to recover and close out. This guy has no idea what that takes. Like, the way OKC operates, if you just watch videos of them, I think what's his face? Anthony Edwards. He said it reminded him of AAU defense. I think he said that after like game 1 or something. It was early on in the series. And he's exactly right. Like, these are guys that are like out there hustling. They're jumping the passing lanes. They're playing help side defense. It is awesome to watch. Like, I don't know what this guy's talking about. I mean, okay, to his credit, like, of course, LeBron, Kevin Love, like, of course you want to watch that. But this is like, go watch that. Go watch the video I plugged. This is what it talks about. Like, we're getting back to basketball. That's like basketball. All right, let's see what else this guy has to say.
This century, it was at the height of its popularity. I mean, come on. You put LeBron, Kevin Love, and Kyrie in the finals? That's a lot of pop. That's juice. I mean, Kyrie Irving, he had a movie, okay? Kevin Love was ascending in Minnesota. LeBron changed teams and became the villain. The greatest team ever assembled in NBA history. Yes, that's true. Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. Do you know how much excitement that was leading up to the finals? When you had all those stars gathered together? Hell, you could even go, even Phoenix, Milwaukee. You know, you had ascending Giannis, ascending Devin Booker. That series didn't have any pop. Again, the super teams, they provided that.
What's going to change if you have some super team destroying some team in the first round? I don't understand. What's supposed to be any different than that? Maybe I'm missing the points going over my head, but I don't understand that. I think it's exciting that we've had different champions. I think it's exciting that, I don't know. Let's see. Let's finish this.
Burton, as much as the next guy, you guys know I've been a big Indiana Pacers fan, but going away from super teams and pushing toward, hey, everybody's got a chance, I don't know that that's the answer.
How? Okay. I don't agree with that. Don't get me wrong. It's fun. It's exciting, but I think this is way better, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Like, all right, on to the next one. Let's see what Adam Silver had to say.
I really admire about the NFL. I mean, if we were going into a Super Bowl and it was Packers against Steelers, you guys would be celebrating that. Those would be storied franchises. People wouldn't be talking about, you know, the fact that Pittsburgh is a small market. So, you know, I'm happy whatever team ends up in the finals, but it's been intentional from our standpoint to create a system, a collective bargaining agreement that allows more teams to compete. And just by way of background, you know, we're going to have to go through a process of getting to the point where people are accustomed to tuning into the finals because it's the two teams that deserve to be there and it's the best basketball. I'm not saying we're anywhere close to that yet. There's still, if the Knicks are in the finals, there's a segment of our fan base that's going to watch that may not watch if it's other teams. But you should want to tune into the finals because that's the best basketball.
Yeah, I like that. And it is. These are the two best teams since January. We're getting exactly what he hoped. And like, I don't, you know, look at this comment right here. Saying two historic teams are a small market. Yeah, like what? Maybe I don't understand that. And you guys will see that. Like I'm not a crazy expert or a nerd, but well, I mean, I'm kind of a nerd, but anyways. Okay, so we're going to transition a little bit from finals. I thought this was a fun graphic. So who has the best logo? So we got SGA. You know what? That looks like two sickles to me. I have no idea what's going on there. I don't see it. You got LeBron James, that one makes sense. That's a classic. I mean, my favorite basketball shoes right now are Soldier 3s. So with the Velcro, I'm getting old. I don't want to tie my shoes anymore. KD, it's just boring. Sorry to the KD fans. It's just, come on, man. I can't say this guy's name. Wembanyama, something like that. His is pretty cool. You got the alien, like it looks like an alien. The two swooshes, that's interesting. It almost looks like an armadillo, like rolled up into a ball. I don't know if he was going for that. Okay, then you got Giannis. I like that one just because it's clever. It's like the G and the A. That's pretty cool. It's like simple, but you know, Kobe. I mean, I can't, RIP, can't talk bad about Kobe. I don't know what he was going for with that though, but it's Kobe. Who is this? Derek? Oh, yeah, it is. You got the rose with the D. Okay. All right. Jordan. I mean, yeah, that's pretty. It's Jordan. Jordan's, yeah. Okay. Steph Curry. Oh, man. It's another one I mean, did him and KD hire the same designer? Like, what is this? It's like, what is that, bro? Is that supposed to be like, I don't know, threes? Like that? Yeah, his is pretty bad. Okay, Luka. Yeah, I don't know. Come on, Luka. Like, what is that? L, like you got the L, and then I guess it's just L both ways. I would have gone with something other than an L, because, you know, okay. And Ant-Man, I don't know what he's going for. That's, it looks like, you guys know these samurai swords? Oh, it looks like the handle to a samurai sword. So I guess that's kind of cool, but I don't know what he was going for. Okay, last but not least, Donovan Mitchell. All right. What is that? Looks like a beetle. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Jordan's a favorite. I like LeBron's too. I like Wemby's. Those are probably my top three. Let me know what you guys think. Who has the best logo? We got some people on the side here. They've dropped Tatum, this guy. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. All right. Well, thanks guys for tuning in. I got the Pacers in 7. I hope it's a good series. Yeah. Thanks for watching Sports Pantheon.